Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Makakwadash. Double honors to the elders of GMS rule well. Peace, salutation, like Akim on the four corners, percent truth, sincerity. Peace be unto you, and Shalom.
The Russian invasion has sent gas prices soaring, and here in Michigan, they have now hit the highest level since 2013. On average in Metro Detroit, we're paying $4 a gallon, but we saw prices well above that throughout Metro Detroit today. AAA says Ann Arbor has some of the least expensive prices in our area. That $4 per gallon is 46 cents more than last week, and it's $1.25 more than last year. To fill up in Michigan, it's going to cost you about 59 bucks. Now, experts think prices will just keep going up and may hit an all-time high by this week. And so, Help Me Hank is really taking some closer looks into ways that you can save at the pump.
The pain at the pump, it is real, everybody. Take a look. We're here at the Meijer store in Detroit right now, about $3.60 a gallon for regular unleaded. Now remember, that's with the discount program. Take a look at the prices we've been seeing all over Metro Detroit. Well over $4.30 a gallon at many locations. Prices here in Michigan higher than they've been since 2013 and higher than they've been nationally since 2008.
And so much of this high pricing has to do with what's going on over there in Russia and Ukraine. Now, it's not going to lead to an all-out, bombs over here, bombs there, then everything, we're delivered. We still have the mark of the beast that has to be implemented. That includes, all, both small, great, rich, and poor. So this MOTB system has to be rolled out. But these are wars and rumors of wars that we read about. Now, if you look at Russia and America's relationship, which is basically the bear spoke about in Revelations 13, which I'm putting up on the screen post-production, and the dragon spoken about in Revelation chapter 12, which I'm also putting on the screen post-production for brothers who are actually listening and not watching. This is one of those videos that you want to watch. But anyways, they're going to have ultimately they're going to have conflict. But the thing is that this bear supplies this dragon with a lot of its goods, specifically natural minerals. Excuse me, take that back. Minerals. Because America gets a lot of its titanium from Russia, which Yahweh's willing, we'll get into that a little bit later with diligent research, depending on how long this lesson will be. I actually not really planning this as I go, so this is really a freestyle video. But yeah, America gets a lot of its titanium from over there in Russia, and so indirectly, Russia is responsible for a lot of America's energy. Russia fuels, what do they say, 40%, I believe I saw somewhere, of Europe's energy. And the bottomless pit, which is Europe, has a large impact. And by the way, the bottomless pit is mentioned in Revelation chapter 20 as well. That's the bottomless pit, Europe. The bottomless pit has a lot of impact. It's on the energy markets, especially in America. So this is how it's affecting America indirectly. Which means that it's going to have an impact on gas prices, as you can see. Which means it's going to have a domino effect. It's going to have an effect on food. You're going to see prices go through the roof. Why? Well, those trucks that transport those food throughout America, throughout your local grocery stores and stuff like that, they got to use fuel. So if the gas prices go up, it goes up for them too. So they're going to be delivering food and having to pay that same expensive gas to put up in those trucks. So now, guess what that means for the food? The food is going to go up. And with food going up, what do you think is going to happen? Because while food's going up, it doesn't mean that our pay is going up. We're still getting paid the same amount, but food is increasingly going up. Riots, protests. You can see some of what was going down there in Venezuela, Greece. I want to say if not Colombia, another one of those South American countries, I can't remember off the top of my head, but you'll see protests. And protests, all this is going to be biblical as well. That's prophetic. The Bible talks about protests. It calls it uproars of the people in 2nd Ezra chapter 9. So there's a big domino effect that's going on. You know, so much of the world depends on oil and energy. It's not like we were back in the how Gad was living off the land. It's not like that. You know, these first world countries, they're completely dependent that comes from imported from other nations. So you're completely natural resources that come from another country. You better be in good standings with them and have a good relationship to where you're willing to trade. Now, that does not necessarily mean, Russia is the only source of oil. No. There's other places of oil, but far as the best bargain, they're getting the best bargain they can get from getting it from Russia, from Europe. So now, this also leads into another domino effect, which is Iran. Iran is coming up on some nuclear talks with the beast. So what's going on is now they have more leverage in these talks. Iran does. Whereas the beast, the dragon, was putting sanctions on Persia or Iran. Now they're starting to reconsider those sanctions. Very, very strategic. I'm going to read a part of this that's in a video. It says, the Straits of Hormuz, located between Oman and Iran, connects the Persian Gulf with the Gulf of Oman and the Arabian Sea. The Straits of Hormuz is the world's most important oil checkpoint because of the large volumes of oil that flow through the strait. In 2018, its daily oil flow averaged 21 million barrels per day, BD, or the equivalent of about 21% of global petroleum liquids consumption. So that's a lot. So it was always very strategic to basically have access to that region. Sometimes there was they basically threatened to shut off the Straits of Hormuz, which would be very catastrophic because 50% of China's oil that they use comes out of the Straits of Hormuz. So they have invested interest in that particular place. So invading Iran would be the game changer. So now here you go, you got Iran, and they're willing to talk. America's willing to talk to Iran. See, now that Russia is basically, the bear is acting up, you done woke up, you done poked the sleeping bear. Now you gotta go talk to your other enemies. And Russia and Iran are allies. Now I want to go back over here, talk about this titanium. This is from the Tennessean, and it says, notice I didn't actually get the entire page. Salakia for this. Basically, this is the one feature in the Pinnacle Studio I'm not really good at. It's panning up and down on a web page. But basically, the headline is like Tennessee is basically key in U.S. Titanium independence from Russia and China. Okay. And it says, okay, matter of fact, gotta scroll down to, in the purple. It says the U.S. government has declared that titanium is one of 35 mineral commodities vital to U.S. economic and national security. Yet the U.S. is 100% reliant on imports of primary titanium metal. That's why it is vital that the U.S. government support domestic titanium metal production. So here we are, the beast, this whore, is reliant on the kings of the earth. So are they ready to burn that bridge? Really, America can't afford to burn that. So America has to get involved in this one way or another, whether they want to or not. That's the beauty of it. Most I turn our enemies against each other. Man, it's so beautiful. Satan against Satan. I can already tell it's going to be one of those ongoing lessons, because this prophecy is ongoing and it's up to date. Excuse me. Could be going on for a long time, but I'm going to just stop here for time's sakes. And with that, I'm going to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders that rule well. Peace, salutation to that Akim on the four corners, push the truth of sincerity. Peace be unto you and Shalom.